Good morning, it's Bo's Garage here, sitting in my truck before work. There was the most beautiful sunrise off blinding me, so I will try not to blind you with my shades. That being said, this video is a little different. Obviously, a lot of you know I lost my grandpa. Image here somewhere. But he's a good guy. I loved him to death. He was the man I wanted to be growing up. He's the man I've wanted to be from a child to a kid, to a teenager, to a young adult, to me now. Still want to be him. I got one message for everybody out there. Fuck this generation entirely. Y'all want to go heartless just because the world's a little tough. Yeah, the world's tough. It's fucked up. It's crazy. It's gonna do what it wants to you, and it doesn't care. My grandpa had every right, by this generation's standards, to be the most cold-hearted cynic. Never shaking hands, never meeting nobody. But he never did that, you know? He smiled, shook everybody's hand. He's friends with a whole bunch of people. But he only let a certain amount know what was going on in his life. Catch up with old friends, make small talk, chit chat, whatever. But he was not here preaching to everybody his whole life story. He was out there being friendly. That's who I am, friendly. I know there's going to be a lot of people probably between here on YouTube and TikTok. We're going to say, well, screw you and your happiness. Well, screw you too, dog. I'll shake your hand and say it too, with a smile on my face. Instead of saying screw you, I'll be saying, I hope you have a wonderful day. Or I hope you have a good day. Or, hey, how we doing? My grandfather was not perfect. He was human. He made mistakes. But his mistakes had even the most hints of perfection in them to me, because I held them to that kind of a standard. And he always met well above the bar. I've never once seen him fall below it. My message is simple to all of you young men out there from 18 to 25. I'm 24. I'm right in that demographic. This world sucks. Yeah, it sucks. Everybody knows this. Get past it. Get over it. You got work to do. If you're going to be a cold-hearted cynic, do it on your own time. Do it when you're alone. Don't ruin somebody else's day just because your day got shat on yesterday. Smile for once. You never know how much it'll actually impact somebody's life. My grandparents taught me to smile, but through all of that, through all that kind of pain, they went through enough pain that they could bury half this generation alive in trauma. And they were still smiling and being friends with everybody. They tried their best to be the support that some people didn't have. Call that trauma. I call that them just being them genuinely. I'd never met people like that. They were 2 in 7 billion, or whatever the population of this planet is. 2 in 7 billion. Because you will never find a soul like them ever again. No two souls will ever be like them. You can get close, but not that close. But yeah, if you choose not to smile every morning, You choose to frown, walk around with your hand balled in a fist, ready to punch the first thing that looks like trouble. 9 times out of 10, you're going to punch somebody you really care about. And it will kill you, slowly but surely. Not a physical death, no. A very much emotional and mental death, because you were going to feel that for the rest of your life. I got to talk to both my grandparents before they died. Not everyone's that lucky. That's why I have the recording of my grandfather's conversation with me, so people can go back and have just a bit of like, man, that reminds me of my grandpa too. We're also gonna, one of my other hobbies other than doing this is writing. I write fiction. However, I would like to start a book. A little less fiction, a little more philosophical. I studied philosophy in college. I just graduated May 15th. 10 days after he passed. It's rough. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm still hurting. You know, I got my good days, I got my bad days, but hell, I don't ever let one of my bad days bleed into my good days. I try not to. And if it starts to bleed into it, I'll take a step back and go, okay, how do I fix this? How do I turn this around? How do I 180 it? And yeah, there have been some rough days here at the airport too. Things are happening. We're good. Put a smile on. That goes for all the young ladies out there too. Just because somebody told you you ain't worth something, don't make them anything more than you. Look around you. You have infinite amount of chances in a singular lifespan. Say you live to be 100. How many lives you can live from anywhere between 18 and 25 to all the way to 100? That's a lot of lives. Hell, in just 24 years, graduated high school, went straight into the military, got injured, went to the workforce, went to college, graduated. That's from me being 18 to 24. And I have lived more lives than half of you are willing to try. And I get it. It can be scary trying to start over again. Hell, I know that better than anybody. I've started over more times than I can count. More times than I'd ever like to count. But that don't mean you get to quit. My grandpa never let us say at his house that we could be bored, that we were bored. Because there's always something to do. You know that thing you've been putting off today? Get off your ass and go do it. I'm so sick of seeing the dishes in my sink, I started to do them. Yeah, I'm running on like no sleep, but that's a whole other topic. But there's ways to get ahead, even just to make yourself feel a little better. Clean it, make your bed every morning. Pull the curtains back, let some sunlight in. Oh, but you understand my situation. Yeah, and you don't understand mine. So the next person who tells me, I know what you're going through, just save it. You don't. My grandfather was not just a grandpa. He was my hero. He was my idol. And he's gone. And there ain't nobody else like him in the world. Not my dad. And I'm just a kind of a shadow imitation of him. But I'm trying my best to walk the path he did. Not the same life path, but the same mentality path. Just keep going. One more step. One more smile. He made it 80-some years like that. Smiling and waving and honking at people that he didn't even know. Well over 20,000 people came to that funeral. Well over. That's all of Ottawa and then some. Remember, your life has an impact on people you may not even know. Don't fuck around and go cold-hearted too soon. You could say, oh, but you wouldn't understand. Anyone who says I wouldn't understand doesn't know me. Trust me. I've looked into that abyss going, I want to be the cold-hearted asshole who looks you dead in the face and goes, I hope you fucking have a shitty day. I can't do that. That's not who I want to be, and that's not who they raised me to be. That's not who he taught me to be. Everyone wants to be unique but conform. I don't give a shit about your conforming. I don't give a shit about your rules in society that you gotta follow to fit in. I'll be the outcast until the day I'm dead. Nice try, though. And he thought that was the neatest thing, that I was proud of that in high school, being an outcast. Still am. Haven't left that. But learn to smile. Refine that fire. It ain't gone. You just forgot what it looks like. I promise it's there. I promise you, life will get better. It's just gonna take a minute. So if you're willing to take a minute with me, I'll take a minute with you. 60 seconds starting right now. Just gonna sit here, just listen to the planes take off. Okay, now it might have been 60 seconds, but it's about 30. Close enough. Don't you dare give up yet. You might find an influencer out there who's saying, just become cold, become a complete menace. No. Be a menace to the people who are menacing. Be kind to the people who are kind to you. Don't be an idiot. Take care.